near me. My name is Jake, and the channel you're watching, 787 Dude, is all about planes and aviation. And in today's video, I'm going to be plane spotting here at London Heathrow. I'm plane spotting in the Premier Inn. That's where we've been staying for the night. We've got this nice little bit of grass. There's the bushes there where you can see the planes fly over. So I'm going to come here. Loads of planes around. It's about 6:30 in the morning, very early, a bit cold, but it's okay because we're going to see lots of planes anyway. So I don't know when the next one's coming in, but we'll see. I'm going to get on top of this table and then you can see a bit better. That's what you could see. That's what I can see from here. The runway is just over there. You can see starting lights just about there. You can see that. It's down there. And I think we're gonna have our first of the day. Just gonna move that off the mic because I don't want it to blow away. It has done before. Thankfully I caught it back. This little thing here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this goes on the end of my mic. It's flown away before when I've been at a few places. So they are landing on both runways, some of them. At Heathrow, they have two runways. They're landing on both sides, like the odd couple, but mostly land on this one. Just before I started recording, there was a British Airways A380 that flew right across, and it really was a fantastic sight. But we have got a Emirates A380 in one of its cool Expo liveries that should be coming in very soon, so that will be very cool to spot. Hopefully it lands on this runway, not the other runway. But we've got another one coming in. And this is a American Airlines 777. So I know the view here isn't the best, but you do get to see the plane go past, and then there's an A380 up there. Because you can see by its full. I was here last night, and there was a Cathay Pacific 747 that took off. It's a cargo one. It was going to Milan, so quite a small flight, quite a quick one, especially for the 747. To be honest, my dad was the one telling me what was coming, and I think he could have got messed up. And I think he may have not looked at the altitude and just saw Emirates A380 Expo livery and just thought it would have been that. Because I think that actually up there could be it. So, yeah. Hey ho, anyway, waiting for the next plane to land. I don't think we can hear it yet. Let's step down, although you can hear it, and it is coming. Thought I'd give you a little extended view over the bushes. I don't know what it looks like because the phone's too far away. So I'll look at that and see if it was any good later. I can see a few tails. We've got Virgin Atlantic over there. Yeah, that's about it actually. I thought I could see one. Well, I can see another one moving. Don't know what it is. Don't know what airline it is. Waiting for our next plane to land. It's going quite slow here. There was lots and lots, but I think spoke too soon because we have a British Airways 787-10. Oh, that was your British Airways 787, my favourite plane. You should go hit the like and subscribe button for more plane spotting videos. That was very cool to see that. And let's drop down and see if we can see our next one. Oh yes, I can see the next one. Sorry about the sun. Should have got the phone sunglasses, shouldn't I? I haven't got my sunglasses. Left them at home. Just over there, you can see it coming. I can anyway. Right here. You can see it. So this will be with us very shortly. All these planes are coming mostly from America. We had one from Johannesburg a bit later, and Sao Paulo, and other places, Mumbai, New Delhi, all later. But lots of these are from New York and other American airports. Here we go now. We have a... Wait, I can't see it when it's behind the screen. We have a Air India A350-900. Beautiful plane. Air India's new A350 livery. Their old livery is quite nice, but I quite like that one as well. And I think we have one taken off. Or that could just be the A350's reverse thrust. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, but anyway, we have another one in here coming into Heathrow very shortly. Exciting. Lots. We're on rapid fire now. Rapid fire of planes. It's coming in. It's by the bush. I'm sure you can see it. I can. Oh, let's see what this plane is. It's a shame when I actually get them to see touchdown and everything. That would be cooler. But you get to see them go past. And, you know, wave hello and wave bye-bye at the same time. Alright, put you off the bush. And this is a... American Airlines 777-300. And if you didn't hear me what I said, you probably didn't. It was American Airlines 777-300 ER. Probably coming from Houston, New York, or anywhere else in America. So just done an overnight flight. Comment below, do you prefer an overnight flight or a day flight? Because personally, I prefer a day flight. I don't know what that was, so I lifted the camera up. Maybe you guys could see, I couldn't, so I'm going to watch it back later and actually see what it was. But nonetheless, we've got our next plane coming in to land. It's very cool. It's very early in the morning, but a lot of people have the flights to catch, leaving Heathrow today. Purple parking's packed like it always is. Anyway, awaiting our next plane, which is going to be in our view very shortly. It's only there. We've had quite a lot of 777s today, haven't we? It's a shame you didn't see the A380. The A380 is so cool to have it. I was literally coming out those doors over there, right there, and all I saw I just heard some loud noise rumble over my head, and it was a BA A380. I think it had the registration of G-XLEG, I think, or H. I couldn't see it. The last number was the only actual number. The last letter is the only actual letter you have to worry about in the A380s, because the rest is the same. It's just the last, because they only have 12 of them, so they don't, like. Here we go. This is I think that is, ladies and gentlemen, a Delta A330. Because I was debating if it's 767 or not, and then I saw the actual fuselage and how many doors. I was like, oh, okay, no, it's not, and it's 767. I looked at the winglets as well. The A330 is like, oh shoot, that, and then the 767, I believe, is like that. Okay, so that's a different one, A330. Okay. So what we've had today, well, no small planes, which, you know, for once is alright, but, you know, is it good substituting the A320 for the 777 all the time? Like, plane spotting? Well, that's what it is. If there's no A320s, there's 777s. So comment down below what you think. Would you prefer to spot A320s lots of times, or 777s lots of times, like over and over again, constantly in the same row? Like 10 planes spotted, like 7 of them were 777s. Comment down below. I know what I would do. I think, I don't know, maybe A320, because I quite like that. Obviously that don't mean you're not going to spot any 777s or any A320s, just, you know, you'd see more or less of one. Anyway, because the plane will easily outrun me, I'm going to go back. We have, oh, here we go. Talking about A320s, we have a British Airways Airbus. That was a British Airways Airbus A320 for ya. There we go. Seeing an A320 today. I wonder if it would be better to go on this table here. We'll see more. Okay, I mean, maybe a little bit. We can see through the bushes there. And we can see some of the hangars. Not that bad. See, they just need to get rid of that tree. And purple parking, to be honest. Purple parking's the one in the way. But we'll try it here, see how this plans out. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure. Will it be big? Will it be small? Who knows? Here we go. This is a British Airways 787-9! My favourite plane has just landed into Heathrow. I gave it a nice wave as it went past. Because that is cool. So we're seeing a 787-10 and a 787-9. If you can tell the difference between the two, the 787-10 has a really long front, about like nearly 2 times the size of a -8, and a 787-9 has extended front a little bit more than the -8 and a little bit less than the -10, and I believe the back on the -10 is just a tad bigger. So the 787-9, but obviously the A3, no, not the A380, the 787-10 is bigger in all places, in all wings, fuselage, passenger capacity, weight capacity, fuel capacity. It's all bigger. But anyway, here, let's see what's next into Heathrow International Airport. If you're enjoying the video so far, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button with the notifications on. And also, if you have any family or friends that think this stuff is really cool, or just like aviation, just like myself, go share this video and show them, you know, plane spotting know how many planes are coming into land. For your information, it is the 29th of March. Guys, that was a 777-300 ER, a BA, obviously, as you can tell. If you couldn't tell, then that's BA for you. I'm going to try, because there's loads of other tables here, I'm going to actually try and see a different table. I'm going to keep it on, because there is another plane inbound. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move. I'm going to look at this table, just to see. Oh, actually, that's very nice. Because you can see the planes over there. You got a bit of an extended view. Okay, this table, I quite like this table, but it's gone over to the other table. Because the bushes kind of break up there. Nah, that's bad view, that is. That's very bad. So what we're going to do, just in final spot. Oh! Forget about moving. There is the Emirates Airbus A380. On the other side, it's called Expo livery. That's the one that I really wanted to see. But obviously today isn't our day, which is really unfortunate. Because that would have been very cool to see. I can't even see where it is. So I do apologise if you can't see it. But isn't that's actually really unfortunate. I really wanted to see that this side. Really wanted to see it land this side. Okay, that's fine. Hey ho. Let's move back to this table. Over here, oh, we could. That's powering up. We could stay. No. Here's nice. If this table's moved there, that would be like the best spot because we can see all those planes in the hangar down there. To be honest, I could pick up after this one. I'm going to pick up this table that I'm standing on, move it that way, just a tad. Move that way just a little bit. What plane is this? Sorry if the sun is blinding you, it's blinding me as well. But we have a United 777. Yes, a United 777-200 coming in. I think that one's actually from Houston. I think, but anyway. Okay, yeah, we got a bit of time. The next plane's over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back when I've moved this table across. Alright guys, well I tried moving this table, but it is like properly in the ground. Like it's not just like on the surface, it's like digged into the ground. It's not a one-man job. So I'm just going to have to put up this spot for a bit. But if there are any planes landing on the opposite runway, we will be able to see them just through here. But in the meantime, you've got another plane coming into land. It would be nice to sit down while we wait for the next plane, because I am just standing on one little bit of this table. This table is not very big. It's not very big. Yep, that is, you've seen the edge of the circle, even though circles don't really have edge. But you know, like, yeah, the edge. Well, God knows. But you've seen the table now. It's very small, you know. Here we are. This is a small Eurowings A319. That is an A319 here. Eurowings A319. The smallest plane of the day so far, actually, I think. But anyway, we've got another one coming in. And I think I can probably guess why that one was quite delayed. Well, not delayed, but like a bit sometime after, because it's 777, you know, that's, you know, like the air that leaves behind, like, and then the A319. Oh, the A319's, yeah, probably a little bit maybe just smaller and less powerful, and maybe, you know, if between, see who would be better at turbulence, probably 777. But hey, enough from that anyway. You can see, here we go. Oh no, they're literally sending like the best looking type of planes on that side. So that over there, I saw it, is a Qatar A350. Qatar, one of my favourite airlines, one of my most favourite airlines, with BA, Virgin Atlantic and Aer Lingus, and then an A350, my second favourite plane, has just landed on this other runway. Oh, that is really annoying. But at least we saw it from a distance. At least you guys saw it from a distance as well. But not to worry, we have another one. Hopefully we make up for seeing a nice Qatar A350 or a BA A350 later. I've never actually seen a BA A350 up close, other than in Terminal 5. So that would be quite cool. Pardon me. That would be quite cool to spot. And then we've got another one coming in. Will this be small? Will this be big? I don't know until you pretty much first actually know what it is. Guys, this is well, it's very big, making lots and lots of noise. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a 777-200ER. Now, the main difference, because I've been saying the 300 and the 200, the main difference between them is actually how many doors they have. Well, if a door is there or not. So, on the 200, there's no over-wing exit, but on the 300, there is. So, if I don't see a door before at the front, over the wing, then I always see it after. That's the 777's reverse thrust, or a plane powering up to take off. Who knows? But if you see a door over the wing, then that means that it's a 777-300. If you don't see a door over the wing, then you can conclude that it's a 777-200. That's, you know, the easiest way to tell the difference. I don't actually know any other way to tell the difference. I'm gonna be honest. That is like the main reason. But you know, you get better at plane spotting the more times you see the planes and identify them correctly. Practice. But this one is here we go. The Airbus A350. Virgin Atlantic Airbus A350. Great. Now, we've got a little bit of time before the other one, and I think something's landing on the other runway. So I'm going to point it over there, just in case it has. Give it 30 seconds, because by then it'll be well past. Well gone. Okay, nothing there. But that path there, that's very cool. I want to see what this path is. Where's it go to? Oh, wow, the path stops there. That's nice. That's very cool. Oh, no. No, it does not, my friend. Do we go in? Yes, it goes down there. I wonder what's down there. Ooh. Maybe I'll go in. To the desert lands. Okay, I don't know what's actually around there. It could be better place to sport. I think this was our table, wasn't it? I don't know what was around there. Oh, you can see it down there. So I think it's probably just, you can just go the other side of the bushes and still see. If I wasn't holding the camera, I probably would have went through. But we got another plane coming in. There we go, that was was a Vietnamese Airlines 787. Unfortunately, I didn't see the dash. So if you did see the the dash, the type of 787 it was, then please comment that down below, because I missed that completely. I was too big because I didn't see the tail at first. That's what I always look for, because I'm very good at tail, airline, just knowing airlines by their tail. And I didn't see that one, so I'm probably not even that actually good at it. But you know, so I was too busy looking at the writing on the actual aircraft to see what airline it was before it just went away, just so I could tell you. And I knew it was 787 because I had Dreamliner. I knew it was 787 anyway, but I just wasn't sure what dash it was. I just didn't look. I think it was a 9, but I'm not saying that because that's my favourite dash. I'm just saying it looked like a 9 from the looks of it. But we got another one coming in now. There's a very cool livery though, Vietnamese Airlines. Very nice. I quite like that. I quite like those types of liveries. Anyway, aside from Vietnamese Airlines, we might see another one later. Who knows? We've got one. London. Again, I gave it a nice big wave. I've given loads of big waves. All the ones that I quite like. That was a British Airways 777-200. And again, I could tell it was 200 by the door. There was no door. So I couldn't tell it by the door. I could tell it because there was no door. But anyway, I'm going to actually have a deeper look. Now we've got a little break of what is down here. Oh, nothing actually. It's just, yeah, literally just like a ditch after. So that's great. Right, back on our little table. If you're liking the video so far, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button? You know, I mean, you might as well, really, if you think about it. You know, you're here. If you made it in this far, then thank you. If you made it this far into the video, then thank you so much. And I really do hope you're enjoying the video, and you can show that you're enjoying the video by hitting that thumbs up button. That's why you should do it. And you should also hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100 by October. October is when I go to Madeira, and I know I'm on 76 at the time of this video, and that's only 24 more away. But you know, getting to 100 would be really big, and I really hope that you can be a part of that. And this A321 is having a bit of a rough time landing. You can see that wobbling everywhere. Maybe it's just a new first officer or someone who wanted a lion today and just, you know, not on his A game. Who knows? I mean, say hour plus flight, get there 3 hours before. That's like 2 in the morning. That flight left. No, a bit later, but you would have to be at the airport for like 2 and a passenger. So fair play to all the passengers booking a flight that early. That must have been quite cheap, actually. Normally the cheaper flights are quite early and the later flights are quite late. Cheap, sorry. The ones in the middle of the day, the most convenient flights, are the more expensive ones, obviously. I mean, why wouldn't it be? You know, like, airline price, I guess. They choose what they want to. The prices, you know, we like the airlines that offer really nice service and for a reasonable price. You could say, not it too expensive. Here we go though, and block the sun out just a little bit. We have another A321. I'm not sure if it's a Neo. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know how to tell if it's a Neo or not. The A320, I know the A320 Neo, correct me if I'm wrong, has a door before the wing. So it has 4 like doors, with the second door being a smaller, like the same size as the door after the wing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how you tell. So otherwise, I mean, yeah. But those A321s, one of the newest planes in British Airways fleet, other than the A320 Neo. A350 is a big mention, and the A321 They haven't got loads and loads, but they are getting lots of A321s. Because what they're doing is they're replacing the A319s with the 20s, because they just don't actually need them. You still see them around, but they are getting replaced. And then they're bringing more A321 Neos in as well. A321s, Neos, and 200 or 100, I don't know the other dash. But also British Airways are retiring their 777-200 fleet. But more on that in a minute, because we have another British Airways A320 family. I said A320 family because at first I thought it was a A321, and then it turns out that it's not an A321, it's an A320, so I said A320 family. But yeah, so BA are retiring their 777-200s quite soon. I think it's actually this year they're going to start. That's why they haven't gone over the top with club suites with them, because it's loads and loads of money. You don't actually understand how much money it is to refurbish a whole cabin. So they haven't gone over the top. Most of them do, but that's because they did get club suites a while back. But yeah, they are going to slowly retire them out in place for the 777X guys. So it's not like they're losing a part of, they are losing a part of BA, but then they're going to be gaining a big part of history, future, and BA as well at the same time. So here we go. What is this? It has sparklet, and it's another British Airways. And I think, talking about the A319, could it? It is British Airways A319 there. And again, I'm going to go through how you can tell between A320, A321 and A319. Well, the main difference is, obviously, it's how long it is. A321, you can see how long it is. You know that it's an A321 just by seeing an A321, because they have 2 extra doors, one on each side, obviously. At least 2 extra doors, I should have said. And then the A320, it has 2 over wing exits, 1 door at the front and back on both sides. And if it's an A320 Neo, it'll have winglets, which are the big things that come up. And then if it's an A320-200, my personal preference on an A320, the sparklets, I much prefer sparklets. I think they look a lot better. But yeah, and that's an A320-200. And then an A319, really quickly, 1 over wing exit. I said 1 and sparklets, the ones that BA own. And I'm going to wave to this British Airways A320 family. What is it? It is another A321. Another A321. Great. I mean, we've just seen loads of A321s. No, I think actually we have now seen more A321s and 787s in this video. Correct if I'm wrong, but I believe we have. So like 3 or 4 A320 Neos, A321, sorry. I think we have. Maybe if we see 2 more A320s ones without seeing any more 787s, then we definitely had. We've definitely seen more than A350s land on this runway, and yeah, I really want a big bird to come in. What I mean by big bird is an A380, you know. Like, it's funny, if I was a minute before, my dad was saying, like, the one that comes in, it was coming from Doha, is going to be in like 4 minutes. So in my pyjamas, I got changed so quickly, like, you didn't even, like, you could blink and I'd be changed. And I come out here and it was just a minute too late, really. But the sun's going a bit higher, thankfully, now. It's gonna get out of our way, hopefully, soon. But wave, because it's an A350! It's an Airbus A350-1000 for Virgin Atlantic. Next year when we go on holiday, I'm going to cut that because in the distance we have a British Airways 777. What is it? Could it maybe, is it a 300, 200? I can't tell. I can't see the door. So I don't actually have any other way of identifying it. Well, that's very cool to see. On the ground at Heathrow. On the ground at Heathrow here. Sorry about the camera angles today, like holding them. It's been a bit, yeah, but I think the hangar doors are open, aren't they? Is it going in the hangar? Is this plane going in the hangar? I'm not too sure. But we've got another plane landing, coming into land anyway, so it's going to be cool. Let's see what this plane is. Come on. Is it an A350 again? I think this is actually an A350 again. 2 350s in a row. Yes! And the pilot, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the pilot has given me a royal wave. The pilot gave me a wave. Obviously the captain was landing and the first officer gave me a wave. How nice. That was another Virgin Atlantic A350. A350 there, which is great. And you can hear another one firing up, and we're gonna await our next arrival. So I'm gonna pause it and I'll come back when it's a bit closer. Okay guys, this is, I don't know what it is, obviously we have to wait and see until it gets closer. But it is a, oh, what a nice British Airways A320-200 because it's got the sparklets. And yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. Seen loads of planes, but I'm going to go have breakfast. And then I'm going to do more plane spotting around Heathrow, a bit close to the airfield this time. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to show your appreciation. And I know that you like this, so we can have more plane spotting videos. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 100 by October. And share with all your family and friends and make more people know about the 787 Dude Who Loves Planes channel. And, well, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. What a way to end with the Delta 767. Goodbye.